Conor, let's start with you here with a couple of days to sort of reflect on the way the series ended, but also the tremendous season you guys had. How do you look back on it as you sort of look at moving forward now into the summer?
Yeah, obviously it was a tough ending. Didn't like our game in Game 6. I think we had the series in control a couple times. Obviously, being up 2-1, didn't play great in Game 4. Then being up 3-2 and not playing great in Game 6 is probably why we're sitting here today. Anytime it goes to Game 7, it's kind of a coin flip, and we had a chance at the end to tie it, and it doesn't go in. But we didn't have that killer instinct or the performances we needed to close the team out that we should have in Game 4 and 6. So something that going forward, if we're given that opportunity again to get in the playoffs and a chance to win a Stanley Cup, that we'll have that lesson. Obviously, it's a hard learned lesson, but going forward, we have to have that killer instinct.
Nikita, how do you look at your time since arriving in the trade from Calgary here in Vancouver as you head towards the summer and some uncertainty in terms of where things are going for you with a contract needed?
So just a personal question, yeah. It's been great. Obviously, getting traded to one of the top teams in the league and just to get a chance to play with these guys, it was unbelievable. 5-6 months for me. I had fun every day. It's awesome when you can do what you love, and then you also come to the rink and you enjoy in the group of the guys in here. Like past month, it's been so much enjoyment and fun, and just a great hockey, great time spending together on the road and at home. So it's been. I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of our team, what we achieved through the whole year and where we are right now. Obviously, we feel like in this room, we fell a little bit short at the end of the day. But it's been unbelievable experience in here. Nothing to complain about ever.
Nikita, I think your stock rose significantly in the playoffs. You did everything for this team, which maybe prices you out of being re-signed here. You talked about how much you loved it. How badly would you like to come back to Vancouver?
Why do you think I pressed myself out of here?
Well, maybe your contract may have gone up a little bit.
How much you think I should be making? Yeah, like you guys, I don't know where you get those numbers from, the trees. Yeah, I don't know. It's you got to stop listening to Edmonton reporters who's reporting the contract negotiating. It's only between my agent and Patrick, and obviously I love here. Hopefully we can work something out.
Connor, there's probably going to be a lot of changes coming back next year. It seems like there's a lot of free agents on this team. There's always change. What's the challenge of whatever group you come back with next year to not only doing what you did this year, but taking it up a notch? You guys improved so much.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the changes. That's not up to me. We have a great management staff here, and they'll make the decisions that we need to have a great hockey team. But for us as players, we just have to realize, we won the division, went to the second round, lost in Game 7. We're not a secret anymore. We're a good hockey club. It's not going to get any easier. We're not going to surprise teams. It's going to be hard to win games in the regular season. Every team's trying to get better, and we have to get better. Guys that are coming back have to get better. Everybody's going to have to improve because it's going to be a lot harder to win games. So it's obviously going to be a fun challenge for us. Being in a different situation, a lot of teams, fight to get to where we are, but it's going to be a hard year for us, and we just have to be ready from day one. Not the hunted or whatever the saying is, but we're going to be a team that everybody's aware of, and we have to be ready for that.
Pius, your first look at Stanley Cup playoff hockey after 4 seasons in the National Hockey League. How much fun was it? Ultimately, you scored the big goal in Nashville. Sort of what did you learn about yourself and the ability to play when the stakes were the highest?
Obviously, the atmosphere was unbelievable, especially at home. I think every single game, it was joyful to play in. Playoffs, it's playoffs. I think we talked about it before, but I mean, they play at home. It's a different league, but it's the sense of it, the same mindset, the same. You got to play the same way. It's just better players, but so it was a lot of fun. Also, liked it, and the crowd was great.
And how about your first year? I don't know what you thought when you signed here in terms of the way you were going to be used, but I think you came in as a natural center, then you played a fair bit on the wing. But is that just life in the National Hockey League for a guy like you've got the skill set that you can sort of fill some holes and play wherever they need you to play?
Yeah, I mean, that's been the past few years. I've done that. I've done that back home as well. It kind of always depends what's needed and what the coaches see fits best for the lineup to win that game or whatever series. And that's just the way it's been. I don't mind like changing those things. It doesn't bother me to one game to that side. I think for me it's a positive thing.
Teddy, how much did you enjoy the role that you were handed to play under Rick?
Yeah, it was great. I think we all enjoyed playing under Rick. I think, he's obviously a big part of our success. And, all the coaching staff and, support staff and the Sedins and everything. A lot to learn from. And I think it was, it was great. Obviously a lot of fun when the team's doing well and winning throughout the course of the year. And I think, probably the best part was just honestly, the locker room, like Z was saying, it was so much fun to come to work every day, and just a lot of great times together in the room and on the road. And I think that's what made this year very special, is just kind of the atmosphere in there.
And Nikita, how did joining this team, how did this team help you be the best player that you could be, as I think we saw you play?
Well, when you're playing with great players, it helps a lot. I think when you're playing under great coaches, it helps a lot as well. I had good coaches in the past, not some good as well. So it's I've been to a few teams for sure, so I have something to compare to, unfortunately. But, it's like I said, I feel like the mentality from the day first when I got traded, where we at, like Garley said, it's hard to win division, make playoff, have a good regular season, and then go also try to win the Stanley Cup. It's hard to win in this league, and I feel like there's definitely a lot of learning process in this team and this organization through this playoffs. I think guys going to learn from this playoff round a lot, and I feel like you just get more obsessed from winning, when you just all your focus was for past 4 weeks about winning the Stanley Cup, go win the hockey game. What I got to do on the ice, you going through your mind, you don't even think about outside life, and it makes you obsessed with that. And there's an even bigger motivation after the loss like that to go have a great summer, then come back and be a stronger team or stronger individual as well.
Teddy, every team needs a lot of tools in the toolbox. How well suited do you think your game was, whether you're playing the first PK pairing, moving up and down? You have a history with the hockey ops group here. How much do you want to repeat this?
Yeah, I think, I enjoyed my time, a lot, like I said earlier. So I think some of those decisions are kind of out of my control. It's a great place to be. Really enjoyed my time here. So yeah, it'd be nice to get another crack at it with this group. I think, like Z said, the way we went out and having a taste of some success, I think makes you hungrier. I think the bar has kind of been raised here as far as going into next year and what everyone's expectations are, what success would mean here next year. So it'd be great to kind of be a part of that and the group kind of building going forward.
We have two more.
And late in the season you came in midway through the season. So can you talk a little bit about just how the fan base kind of embraced you, what you and maybe your family saw, and where does it compare to anything that you've experienced in the past?
Well, like I said, hockey in Canada is different. I can compare it to Calgary, but I feel like Vancouver fan base is way bigger. Calgary is not even the number one team in Alberta, so it's kind of like, well, it's obvious like, there's more Edmonton fans because they have a bigger history through the years, right? But Vancouver is a different level. You know, the fans were so hungry to see the playoff hockey at home. You know, it's been 8 years, and there's so many great traditions. Obviously, like, this organization had not won the Stanley Cup before. That makes it even probably putting more pressure on you as well. But it's been unbelievable. I feel like the whole city like round up around the team during the playoffs. It was fun to see. You know, the my kids going to school. My family loves it here. It's been just awesome time. Like, I just enjoyed it every second of it for sure.
Connor, just your second time in the playoffs. Did it light a fire under you and did it teach you anything about maybe what you need to do during the off season to get back there and perform at a high, maybe even a higher level?
No. You just want to get better each and every day, and try to get better as a player this summer. The only thing is just, you know, you want to win a championship, and if you get better as a player, you give your team a better chance. You know, maybe make one more play late. You know, work on your wall work, maybe make a play, get it out of the zone. You know, just something that can help the team. And in the playoffs, it's so tight, and you know, it gives me information on what to work on in the summer, and because I hadn't seen it, I hadn't seen that type of play before. So that's about it. But no, just the only fire would be just to win. You know, you get close. You know, but in reality, we only got halfway there, so we got a long ways to go.